Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? It's Carmina. Happy to see you again, back for another series of coffee talk this week. Excuse me. I look all fresh and pretty because I'm actually going out. I'm going out after this. So I was just thinking, I was like, you know what? I've been saying all along that I'll be wearing sweats, and I realized I very rarely wear sweats on these because I typically do these either when I come back from somewhere or when I'm going somewhere after that. But anyway, we're here and I'm so happy to be here with you. And I'm so thankful that you're taking time out of your busy schedule to spend some time with me talking about really important stuff that matters to your health, stuff that matters to your well-being and your wellness. And there's a gazillion things that you could be doing. So I am so grateful and thankful that you are choosing to spend those few minutes with me. So today I want to talk to you about the the 5% and how much of a difference that makes in your success. Because, one of the questions I get a lot is about consistency. Like Carmina, how can I stay consistent? Like I have all those grandiose plan, to lose weight, to eat healthy and do et cetera, et cetera. But, I give up after a few, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks or something like that. This is very, very common. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, I'm terrible because I cannot stay consistent. Consistency is not easy. Okay, so I don't want you to feel bad about it because it's not your fault. And I find that one of the reasons why people lose steam very quickly is because they look at the outcome goal, which is, to lose X amount of pounds, in the case of weight loss, and that applies to any goal that you have. And it feels so far away. It's like, oh my God, I'll never get there. Right. And the little bit that I'm doing is not enough to really make a dent in it. Right. And so we have, as humans, I guess, this tendency to look at things like right here in the immediate future. And if we don't see like a positive and significant result, we're like, well, is it really worth it? Right? Instead of looking a few years down the line and asking the same question is a very different answer. Would you agree? So 5% is a lot. And people don't think so because, when we look in magazines and for testimonials of products, we're always presented with those extraordinary stories of people who lose 100 pounds, 50 pounds, and this and that. And it feels like, the 10 pounds that we lost is really like chump change, but it's not. Okay. Because did you know that losing 5% of your body weight is considered in the medical world clinically significant weight loss? Yes, it is. So if you went back to your doctor and lost 5%, he will be or she will be very happy with those results because that is already helping you move to lower your body fat, to lower your blood pressure, and even improve your insulin sensitivity. So 5% is nothing to sneeze at. Okay. And, we have to realize that meaningful change takes time. Okay. No matter what the commercials promise, the reality is anything that worth doing is going to take time. And we have to trick our mind in being able to appreciate like the little milestones that we hit, knowing that eventually we'll get to the outcome, to the big outcome that we want. But we first must start with the 1 pound that we lose that week, the 2 pounds that we lose that week. Because over time, let's say you were only losing 1 pound a week. At the end of the year, you would be 50 pounds lighter. That would make a lot of difference, right? But you're not going to see it right away, right? And so how do you keep yourself motivated as you're losing, the 1 pound, the 2 pound, but with an eye on the future where you would have lost significantly. That's why I always encourage my clients to, like, their first milestone is always their 5%, right? Because it's significant enough that that their health markers are going to reflect that. And there are 5 health benefits of losing 5% of your body weight. So the first reason is that it gets you out of the danger zone. With particularly with your blood cholesterol, like losing 5% of your body weight, is obviously the more you lose, the better. But 5% takes you out of that danger zone. So that's like amazing. Would you agree? Yes. Number two, you'll notice that you are happier. And it's weird because you're like, I thought I would be happy once I reach my goal. An interesting thing happens when people reach their actual goal. The happiness that they thought they were going to feel, they don't actually feel it. And that's not to say that you shouldn't reach for your goal, but I want to let you know that reaching the goal in itself is not going to make you happy. Where happiness come from is from in the journey, in you doing the things that are getting you to that goal, right? Because you're trying something new, you're engaged, you're seeing yourself slowly getting there. And 5% is going to make you feel different. You're going to have more energy, you're going to have a pep in your step, and that contributes to your happiness. The third one is that you're going to notice that you sleep better. And because you sleep better, you have more control over your cravings. And because you have better control of your cravings, your weight loss is actually going to go much faster. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle. Okay. Number four, you're also going to notice a decrease in inflammation. Well, you're probably not going to notice it per se. Inflammation is a big buzzword these days, and that's for good reasons, because inflammation is the root cause of all the major diseases, from cancer to heart attacks to you name it. At the core, it's inflammation. Now, there is good inflammation, which is your body's natural defense mechanism, but there's a bad inflammation, which is the chronic one, right? The one that makes us inflame, the ones that makes us retain the fat in the cells, right? And so when you lose 5% of your body weight, your inflammation markers are going to be noticeably lower. Okay. And that's going to give you a feeling of well-being, of wellness in and of itself. Okay. And number five, which I think is super important as we're getting older, is that losing that 5% is going to reduce the risk for osteoporosis. Now, osteoporosis is a very painful condition that happens as we get older and as a weight starts to have an impact on our knees, right? So you have a hard time getting up the stairs. So do you know that just losing 11 pounds will reduce your risk of osteoporosis by 50%? When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that is reason enough to start small and not get discouraged because you're not losing 5 pounds a week. Okay. The weight loss will come. You have to be comfortable of it happening slowly. Okay. 5% will make a significant difference. And also the happy effect of the 5% is that it begets another 5%, right? So once you get the 5%, because getting started is the hardest part. So if you get started, when you get started and you get that 5%, which is not going to take you very long, that is going to be like a source of encouragement and motivation for you to do even more. Okay, so the net of what I'm saying is that at face value, 5% may not feel significant, right? But know that it has a lot of impact on your health, on your well-being, on your happiness, and we all have to start somewhere. So why not start with 5% and use this as your first milestone as you progress towards the healthier and happier version of yourself. And speaking of healthier and happier, you do know that we're kicking off the challenge, the W challenge, as I affectionately call it. We're kicking that off on Friday. Water walks and 40 winks. Super easy challenge. I call it the unchallenging challenge because it's meant to really help you feel good in your body, good in your with yourself, and not something that is like, oh my God, I have to try so hard. That's not the intent of the W challenge. It's meant to help you experience, a feeling of luxury in your wellness, right? So in the midst of all the holiday chaos, imagine just having that oasis of where you know what? I've done something for myself today and I feel good about it. Okay, that's what I want to invite you to join us. We are a small but mighty team who are taking on the challenge starting this Friday. Lots of fun prizes, a community to keep you motivated and inspired. So join us. I put the link in the comments, not the comments, the description below this video. And I've been talking about it all week, so I'm sure it won't be very hard to find it. But at any rate, it's super easy to remember. It's leanerandlighter.com/challenge. I hope to see you there, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for another coffee talk. Thanks, and see you soon. Bye for now.